It was a surgery that changed my life. I had LASIK surgery back in 2007 after wearing eyeglasses since the 5th grade.
Oh my, if it's something you're thinking about as well, it is time to get some questions answered from Dr. Brian Barry. Thanks for joining us today.
Oh, thanks for having me.
The guy who performed my LASIK surgery.
Yes, I mean, you did a fantastic job. Can you tell us a little bit about the Grand Rapids Eye Institute?
Oh, absolutely. You know, I've been in practice in Grand Rapids area for 16 years, and at our current location on the corner of Burton and East Paris for the last 10 years. So we're here, we're committed to the community for patients' current eye needs as well as future eye needs.
Well, you know, it was for me, I tell everybody who will listen that I had just an amazing outcome. But I'm not unique, and in fact, you are so committed to making sure people know about the outcomes of your patients that you actually statistically track the outcomes and make that available to anybody to read.
Absolutely, and really it's the outcomes. You know, we can tell you that I've done over 10,000 refractive procedures, but that doesn't really tell you the whole story. It's the outcomes. So we track our outcomes, and we track the outcomes so I can not only tell you as a prospective patient on how patients have done in my hands and how we expect you to do, but we can also get better over time. So it's really the surgical skill and experience in addition to the technology that make for a good product. The example that I give to patients all the time are 2 race car drivers. Exactly the same car, but there's always a winner, and the reason why there's always a winner is because the driver with the better skill and the experience and the one that looks at all the little subtleties and detail always comes out ahead. And we do the same thing with LASIK surgery.
Yeah, LASIK is a big deal. It can change your life. So do you offer any kind of guarantees to people?
We have a lifetime commitment plan to patients, so we're there for them, for qualifying patients.
That's good. I'm still good, but it's good to know that I have a lifetime guarantee if I need any tweaking or any follow-ups. You know, and you talk about the technology that you have. How important is it, and how committed are you to keeping up with the latest technology? Because we know things change all the time.
They do change all the time, and technology is vitally important. I couldn't get the outcomes that I do without good technology. And things have changed over the years. LASIK is a 2-step process, as you know. The first lasers that were done, the first step was done with a blade, and now it's all done with a laser. The second step, we used to have broad beam lasers like the Vizx laser, and now we have all the flying spot lasers, which are a lot more precise. So I give patients the example, you know, years ago, prior to 2003 through 2004, it was like a color TV, a tube TV. Not bad, better than the black and white TVs. Well, now we have the plasma screen TVs, the HD TVs. It's so much better. So the old wasn't bad, but the new is so much better. So, you know, why wouldn't you want to have the best for your eyes? And that's what we look for in technology. So both steps are all laser controlled, and we look at the best technologies.
So you use a laser. Do all doctors actually use them? I mean, do you need to ask those questions if they're using the latest?
They really need to know the technology. They need to make sure that the first step is laser, what generation laser it is. And the second step, they should really be looking for a flying spot laser like a Bosch and Lomb or an Allegretto, which we have. You know, the discount centers or the chains, if it sounds too good to be true, that it probably is. You're either having a blade being used or an old broad beam laser.
And you're not going to get nearly the follow-up, the results, any of that kind of stuff.
That goes with it. That's correct.
So let's talk about dollars and cents, because I had my LASIK done in January. It was right after I put my flexible spending account dollars in at the tail end of 2006, so I could have that procedure right away in 2007. And this is the time of the year when people either have money left in their flexible spending accounts or they're preparing for next year.
Yep, and that's very important. A lot of patients will do that and to take advantage of it, but we always urge them to come in first to make sure they're a candidate, because every year we have 1 or 2 patients that have put money away, haven't seen us, and they're not a candidate. So come on in and it's a free consultation, and if you're a good candidate, right now is a good time to plan for the flexible spending.
And you know, it was really nice because you really get that opportunity of having to be able to use those pre-tax dollars for this procedure.
Absolutely.
And once again, remind us how we can find you. Where are you located?
We're right on the corner of Burton and East Paris, or you can find us on the web, GrandRapidsEyeInstitute.com, and we're also on Facebook.
Wow, that's great. You have that history of being here. You have a proven record. I had a friend that actually left the country, went to Canada to have this done. But, I mean, you really got to go somewhere where you can do 5 follow-up.
You need the surgeon to be there for you.
Right,
Yes.
right. That's very
I was so
important.
impressed after I had mine. I had mine in the afternoon. You called and talked to my husband at 8 o'clock at night, and then I was in your office the next morning for a follow-up. I mean, you cannot get this kind of personal attention doing it any other way.
Well,
You're the best,
we're
Dr.
committed
Berry.
and we do our best.
Thank you so
Thank you,
much.
Dr. Berry.
Thanks for having me.
We'll be right back.
Are you West?